I've been trying to make myself acceptable to God, and that didn't work. I've reached out to him a bunch of times. That didn't work. So now he's going to have to come to me, like, basically, if he wants me. And I don't know if subconsciously I got a little rebellious after that. But anyway, life didn't go very well after that. And I started a job at a salon in Orange County, and there was a girl who worked there. And I remember, again, feeling like there was something really different about her. I think I asked her questions. I found out she went to church, and I was like, of course. Started to tell me about the Lord, though, very boldly. And this was the first time I felt confronted. She confronted me about my lifestyle a little bit. I told her I was having problems in my relationship, and she started talking about purity. And I was like, oh, yeah, like, we're good. And she's like, you know that even if you've looked at a man with lust in your heart, that you've already committed the sin? And I was like, what? That was when I was confronted with, I was presenting to God everything outward. Let me clean up my life. Let me, my righteousness. She kind of upped it and was like, you're not righteous in your heart. That's what I needed, is I needed to be confronted with the fact that I couldn't be good enough. And it wasn't God's rejection of me because I wasn't good enough. It was because I wasn't coming to him based on needing his righteousness, needing him to clean me up, Yeah. And it was pride, in a way, that I was coming to him with my righteousness, and it doesn't work like that. And so that's when I figured out I've been thinking that I have to be good enough, and that's never going to happen. Realizing, like, I'm literally at a breaking point in my life, and I need the Lord to come and rescue me. I know I have nothing to offer him. Humbling myself. God rocked my life in such a crazy way. I spent the next year, like, in my room, like, locked up with my Bible. And that's when the Word of God became alive to me. But it did start with the heart. Church they want to see an outward transformation. And they want to see you doing the things that make them feel comfortable, it seems like. And I don't say this to be negative on churches, but I think it's the human way. We want to see, like, oh, yay, like, you stopped drinking. Yay, he's not smoking anymore. Like, they're not having sex. Like, and they're not in sin anymore. It's funny, like, the way I dressed was, like, probably totally inappropriate for church. I had no idea. But I would walk into church, like, unaware, still feeling unworthy, by the way. People at church wanted to pick apart what I looked like. That's what they were looking at to gauge how far along I was with the Lord. So that was a whole process first, relating to God and also standing in my faith with the Lord and doing it in his order, changing the things that he was personally telling me to change. That probably looked a little backwards to people.